Well, greetings and salutations, Series 24 test takers or Series 57. I'll put this in both playlists. This is Dean Tenney coming to you from my studio in fabulous Las Vegas. The best free supplement to your paid study materials is my YouTube channel. But if you don't have a Kaplan QBank or Kaplan content, I highly recommend it. You can get a 15% discount at checkout with the discount code GURU15. And for that commercial, Kaplan allows me to give you a free look at Kaplan content like this. I'll help you with any question, just easier if it's a Kaplan question, because I can bring it up backstage, see what you're looking at. All right, let's see this explication request. A market maker is quoting 2010, 2014, 8 by 15. One thing I always recommend, particularly on Series 24, is you make your own exhibit. So I've taken the liberty here of putting this on my official Prometric scratch paper so I can deal with it. The other thing I always suggest you do, particularly if you are struggling with the bid and the ask and from whose perspective, is above that, just write, what's going on here, right? As a market maker, I'm saying I'm willing to buy 8 round lots into my inventory at 2010, and I'm willing to sell 1,500 round lots, 15 round lots, 1,500 shares out of my inventory at 2014. So I call this the initial setup. I've got my first sentence kind of here on my scratch paper. The firm receives a customer order to buy 1,000 shares at 2014. Well, first point is, it's not the customer's job to tell me that's a limit order. If a customer gives me a price, that is a customer buy limit. And so I say, this is a limit order. So usually the customer with a market order would be on that asking side. So what I'm going to do is compare that 2014 to see if it's better than what I'm willing to pay. And indeed, the customer is willing to pay more than me. However, so, P.S., if you put in the displayed limit order, you'd lock the market. I'm willing to sell at 2014. The customer wants to buy at 2014. This is what we call an executable limit order. So what I need to do is fill him. He wants, 1,000 shares? And he wants to buy 1,000 at 2014. I'm willing to sell up to 1,500 shares at 2014. So this is where I'm not going to display it. I'm just going to immediately execute, because this is called an executable limit order. What we mean by that is the customer wants to pay 2014 or less, and the customer can buy it right now from me out of my inventory 2014. That does fill his limit, and so I would execute. So I would imagine the person who was struggling with this question was probably trying to update the display. If this was, for example, if this was buy 1,000 shares at 2013, then I would display that, right? I'd have to move my bid to 2013 to display the customer limit order, and I would display the size 10 round lots, right? So the thing that makes that not the case is that this is an executable market order. So what must a market maker do? I must fill the customer, right? I'm going to fill the 1,000 shares at 2014 and say you're done. And he says, wow, what was that all about? I said, well, it was an executable limit order. You said you want to buy it at 2014. I was willing to sell at 2014, so we're done. Anyways, hope you found that helpful. Remember, inch by inch, your 24 is a sense. Yard by yard, your 24 is hard. And I will see you for the next explication request.